Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. How are you? How are you feeling? How is life treating you? Hopefully life is treating you well, and if not, I do hope things get better. On today's episode of 77%, I'm going to be making papa con frijoles. Actually, this is something my sister-in-law used to make I was a kid then. She's now passed away, so R.I.P. Rosie. I'm a little chef hat because we're going to be cooking. So she would make some red beans, habichuelas. So she's Puerto Rican, that's what they call them, habichuelas. So for us Mexicans, frijoles. So it's red beans. I'm gonna use a packet of sazon Goya. I think it's coming out backwards, forgive me. And then we're gonna use sofrito Goya. So we're gonna use some of this, I think it's like a couple tablespoons of this, a whole packet of this. We're gonna use some tomato sauce, 2 cans of beans, and then I'm going to cut up 3 potatoes or papas. So I will be back. Let me prep the little workstation and I'll be back and we'll get started. Okay, so now we're gonna go. I washed the potatoes. I scrubbed them very well, the best that I could. You might hear a noise every now and then. That's my dishwasher. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut these up. I'm gonna dice these up. And then what I do is when I'm dicing them, I'll throw them in water to catch more impurities. Please don't come at me yelling at me about how I cut my stuff. But I might just use 2 of them. But my kids already do it. They're like, Mom, that's not how you do it. You know, you're going to cut your fingers off. Because sometimes I'll just grab stuff and cut it up in my hand. I'm going to make these slightly bigger than normal. Only because my daughter likes potato. I'm not a fan so much of potato unless they're deep fried and probably covered in something. But I'm trying to stay away from potatoes and stuff like that. So we're going to cut these up, dice them up. And like I said, I just throw them in water to get that extra starch off or whatever it is that's on there. But yeah, let me know how everybody's doing. Do you like these types of videos? Do you want to see them? I just grabbed my camera because I was going to start cooking because I have the day off. And I go, well, let me make this before my daughter gets home. And then I was like, let me grab my camera and film it. Because I always say I'm going to film these cooking videos. I'm going to film these cooking videos. And then I don't do them. So hopefully y'all can see what I'm doing. I'm just dicing them up and then throwing them in some water. And it's like super easy recipe. It's just pretty much potatoes. And then what I'll do is I will heat up a pan and I will cook them up a little bit. I pretty much fry them up a little bit. And then I will add the Goya, the sazon to the potatoes. And then what I'll do is, what else will I do? I will add the frijoles or habichuelas or beans, however you call them. Everyone has their preference. Oh my God, I couldn't talk for a minute. I guess because this is new to me, I can cook a meal in like half an hour or less. But explaining like what I'm doing I'm terrible at it because I don't measure anything when it comes to my cooking. Baking is different because baking is more of a science, whereas cooking is more of a preference. But with cooking, if you put too much salt, you add something else to take away the saltiness of the product. Oh, I caught a hair. And so forth and so on. So, I just throw things together in a pan or a pot and that's it. I'm done cooking. I don't sit there and say I'm going to make this or make that. I just throw stuff together and hope that it comes out. Like yesterday, I made chili and I didn't film it. I should have, but I didn't. And I made that chili quick. Just threw a bunch of stuff together. And then it was like super spicy for my daughter. Oh, it was spicy for my daughter. Hubby liked it. He's like, it is spicy. What'd you put in it? I put more chile. But let's see. So my daughter couldn't really eat it, and so I figured I'll make this today. Something a little. I don't think she's ever tried this. I don't think I've ever made this for them. So that's what I'm doing. See, I want to make sure like clean. So I put them in water to clean them all out. I think I'm only gonna use 2 potatoes. Looks like that's enough. So comment down below. Let me know, is there something, what kind of recipe do you make with beans? Do you add anything to your beans? Like I said, this was a recipe my sister-in-law used to make when I was a kid. She would make habichuelas con papa. And then the other day I was like, maybe we can make that, you know? I don't know what goes in it, but we're gonna figure it out. And I'm gonna make it. But again, it's gonna be more for preference, because depends on what you want in there, how you want it to taste. But yeah, let me know what you do. And then what do you serve it with? Like, I'm gonna make white rice later, and when she gets home from school, because I don't want it to get cold. I have a rice cooker somewhere. And then I'll make the rice when she gets home, so it doesn't get cold and gross. So then I'm gonna rinse this out twice, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so I've got my pan, or like, what is this, a 5-quart pan, and I've rinsed out my potatoes. So I want to get the pan nice and hot so I can dump my my potatoes in there. And it's gonna be quick because I'm just gonna brown these. I might put a little garlic. Let me. Okay, so I got some minced garlic that I'm gonna throw in there as well. And just waiting for this pan to get hot. I threw 1 potato in there. That'll let me know when it's get hot. So I will be back to let you when it starts cooking in here, and we can get started on that. Okay, so we're back. I decided to throw some garlic in there. Like I said, I threw garlic in there, and now I'm gonna throw in some onions just to give it a different flavor. I've got that going. A little sizzling. And this is just to soften up the potatoes, just so that they're not like super hard when I throw the beans in. Give it a little extra flavor. And I'm also gonna throw in the Goya, the sazon. Hopefully you can see that. I know it's dark right there, so I'm gonna throw that in. The whole packet. And let that cook up. It actually smells really good. So we're gonna put the top on there. I'm gonna let that cook up till it gets just a little soft, not too much, just to brown it up a bit. And then I'll be back when I add in the beans, the sofrito, and then we'll let it cook. Okay, so we're back. I had this cooking. I haven't really cooked it. I was just wanted to get some of that garlic out, and the garlic taste out, and the onions that I have in here. And I don't want to soften up the potatoes too much, because once I add the beans, we're gonna let that simmer, and it's going to cook the potatoes more, and I don't want them falling apart by the time I do put that in. So open up this tomato sauce. I opened up both cans of beans, and I'm not going to rinse them. I'm going to use them as is. So we're going to dump them both. And usually habichuelas are bigger and longer, I know, but this is all I had in the pantry, so we're going to be using those. And I've already added the sazon. Now here's the second bean. Now this is my rendition of it. There's probably a better way or another way, but this is how I make it. Well, this is actually the first time I'm making it, and this is the way I pictured it in my head. So if it's right or wrong, y'all let me know. Maybe there's something I need to change different, do differently. Let me know in the comment section down below, because I want to learn. So I'm going to use my little toucan Sam spoon, and I'm going to put in a couple spoonfuls of the sofrito. It smells like tomatoey, but it smells smoked. If that makes sense. That's what I'm using. Again, sofrito. And you find that in the Latin section of the supermarket. I know at Walmart they have it in the Hispanic aisle or Latin aisle, or I forgot what, international aisle. I forgot what they say. I put a couple of tablespoons. Let me see. Delicious. May I add a few more? Oh yeah, I got the taste. It needs a few more. Can't go wrong with this. It has a bunch of spices in it. What does it have? I think it has onion. It has a lot of stuff. It has water, tomato paste, green peppers, onions, a lot of stuff. It has MSG, which I can't eat, and that's why a lot of the Puerto Rican food I can't eat because I get sick. I'm gonna put a little bit of. It says the recipe that I saw said add a tablespoon of tomato sauce. I'm adding most of the can. Okay. And that's it. That's all it is for this recipe. And I'll let it simmer, put the top on, and I'll let it simmer, and then I'll serve it with white rice, and that's it. Quick meal. So thank you all for hanging out with me. I will come back when the product is finished so you can see what it looks like, and I'll do a little taste test. But that's it so far. Thanks. Hi guys. Okay, so I finished the potatoes. Oh, the potatoes and the papas. Turn on the light. Okay, so I finished the potatoes and the beans, and that's what that looks like. And then I made some rice. I didn't make too much rice. I just made a little bit of rice. And now my daughter, Casey, she's gonna taste it. There's the food, and she's gonna taste it, and she's gonna tell me if it's any good.
This is good.
Is it? Thumbs up.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. There you go. Oh, she's about to give me 5. So there you go. So this is the papas and the beans, and then the white rice. So she liked it. She enjoyed it. I tasted it. I liked it. So that's it. So hope you enjoyed this video. And until next time.
Hasta later.
Hasta later.